Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neeley Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neeley family. Check them out online at neeleyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about Neeley Family Distillery getting close to installing their 3-chamber still. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl, Goeken, Jeff Andreezy, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hello.
What's happening, everyone?
Hey.
Hello. So yeah, we've got a good show today. We're going to be talking about Neeley and getting their 3 chambers still in. It's getting very close. We'll give an update to exactly how close they are. We'll talk about that after the break. For right now, though, Jeff said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
It's a pressing issue. What's your go-to quick breakfast when you're at home, when you don't have time for a sit down? What's your go-to?
Okay.
Very important stuff here.
Yeah. Quick go-to to me, coffee and a bagel. That's the quick breakfast. I find the bagel to be filling, and so it's a good start. It gets the body going, and I think that's the quick. Not getting too much. You have to get any quicker than now. No dirtying up dishes and stoves and all. Just a quick bagel in the toaster. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay.
Yeah,
cream cheese. What are you putting anything on it?
Butter, just butter for me. I don't put any
Butter, no cream cheese. There you go.
Cream cheese.
Every once in a while, the warden will have cream cheese, and every once in a while I'll be like, that sounds good today. But that would be rare. That's 1 out of 25 maybe.
Whipped cream cheese is a game changer. Standard cream cheese. If there's whipped cream cheese in the fridge,
Justine say no.
That's an abomination.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. Wait a minute.
Whipped cream cheese and whipped frosting are disgusting.
No, whipped cream cheese is the only way to go. It's spreadable.
It's easy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's spreadable,
Yeah.
Justine.
I
Sour
passed,
cream and chive or the everything, vegetable,
Why the hate for the whipped?
I
What's up?
passed on that at the grocery store the other day, thinking, well, they just put a bunch of air in it. Now I'm just paying the same price
for
for
air.
half the product. So.
Well, that's probably true, but there is.
I don't really think it's air.
You don't think it's
I
air?
don't think it's air. I think they've liquefied it a little bit because it's soft, but
I think it's air.
Yes.
The whipping process is air. Whipping means air.
Yes.
No,
sorry.
whipping is mixing. They're just mixing it with like
air.
No, sour cream or
if you put,
something liquidy.
If you put cream in a mixing bowl and you
Yes.
set it to whip, the only thing you're introducing to that cream is air, and it turns into
Correct.
whipped cream.
Whip it means it's fast. It's not mixing can be slower, but when you whip it, that means a high speed that introduces
You're
air.
introducing more air. You're aerating it.
That's what the whipping process is, Jim.
You're adding a molecule. Okay.
It's not,
Gotcha.
you're not adding some sort of liquid to be like, okay.
You're adding air?
air. You're adding air. Whipping is adding air. Yeah.
So
And that
what you're
example.
paying
Still
for,
a
Mr.
molecular
Andreezy.
change. I understand I'm paying more for it, but I like it, and it's spreadable.
It's spreadable.
No.
Regular cream
What
cheese.
you're really
I
paying
want to
for
see
here-
Justine's bagel with the cream cheese on there, where she's not doing the.
Oh, it's got to be like this. Thick.
Right. It's got to be. Yeah. It's just.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
the-
She
the
slices
bagel
it.
coverage. The
New
bagel
York
coverage
style,
will be minimal.
like
Yeah.
this thick.
That
of
thick.
cream
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay.
For me, my quick breakfast is a brick of cream cheese. No,
Okay. Just gnawing on that.
The
Gotcha.
two people who
Yum,
are
yum.
saying they like
I'm gonna walk
pure
around with
cream
my-
cheese.
brick of cream cheese. No, I'm
Two
kidding.
people saying they don't like whipped cream cheese don't have facial hair. What you're paying for is to be able to lick it out of your beard and mustache as you're biting that bagel and not pulling it out because it's too thick and in there. So you can't drive with it, and you have the whipped cream on or the cream cheese on the side. You can't pull it out. You foam it out. Whipped
Okay.
cream cheese, you can lick it off like butter, and it goes when you're good to go.
Okay.
That's what you're paying for. I pay for ease of cleanup.
Convenience and ease.
So,
Yeah,
Kathy,
there
what's
you
your
go.
what's your quick breakfast though?
Greek yogurt with a packet of Splenda and mixed nuts.
Greek yogurt. Okay. Mixed
Yeah.
nuts. Okay.
What if you only have to have one nut?
And
Right.
it would be cashews.
Cashews. Okay. All right. Goken.
I don't eat a lot of breakfast, but when I do, it's usually a bagel thin with cream cheese, whipped cream cheese, by the way, sour cream and chive usually
Okay. That's an
on the
interesting
everything
choice.
bagel thin.
That's an interesting choice. I like the bagel thin. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll answer for McNew, even though she's not here. It's a untoasted Pop-Tart.
Yes.
Again, that's the wrong end. The toasting adds to the Pop-Tart. She's
Oh yeah.
so-
Does she do
adamant.
unfrosted too?
No,
Yeah.
she has frosted, but I think
Oh, I thought they were unfrosted too.
maybe.
No,
maybe.
I'm the unfrosted Pop-Tart
Oh.
thing.
No.
Well, the two of you need to just like
Yeah.
get
But
along.
I think she has her strawberry Pop-Tarts frosted.
I think she does. She just will not
With the
toast
sugar.
them. And
But
she
you gotta
thinks
eat-
it's disgusting.
Oh, you toast them and
Oh, they're
yeah.
so good.
they're
toasted.
magnificent.
They're so
Yes.
good. They're, yeah.
Insides have to be warm.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Not according to McNeil. Not according
And
to
then the
Makes
frosting
it-
softens up and it's like
She says
creamy.
you ruined it.
It's
You've
almost whipped.
You've ruined it.
And it makes the pastry crisper.
Yeah.
Not all
It's good.
doughy.
Turns the filling to jelly.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
good.
you eat the crust all the way around the outside
Correct.
first.
It's almost like
And-
a meal and a dessert.
Yes. Yes.
100%. That's the correct way to eat it. And
the
all
only
that
way to
side
eat
stuff
those.
has to come off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't get to touch the frosting stuff until you've ate
No,
through
you've
that.
done
That's
the
part
work.
of it. You've
Yeah.
done the
See,
work.
I thought you had the warden come and cut the
No.
edges.
Oh no.
No, you cut the
Where do
crust
you-
off.
Where do you come up with this stuff? That's starting
No,
rumors.
no, you eat the crust on a sandwich first too. You go around the outside of a sandwich.
I don't do that, but yeah. Jeff, what do you think? What? Oh, no, he asked the question, so we'll go to him last.
You gotta go to Swyatt.
We'll go to Swyatt.
All I have are quick breakfasts because I have to run children places everywhere. So normally I order it on my McDonald's app.
Oh,
and
God.
no, I
App.
don't do that. Not all the time. No, it's coffee and a cigarette. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Coffee and a cigarette.
It is. No, it is coffee with. I usually will go to Costco on Friday nights because it is empty, and I go get my 2 packs of bagels, and then my daughter and I will whittle through either the French toast version of the bagel
Okay.
or the Parmesan cheese a line of bagels, half dozen of bagels, and cut them up, squeeze them down, throw them in the toaster, and I like my butter.
Okay. I liked when you said coffee. Is there any job where you feel like the person who drinks a lot of coffee and cigarettes is more knowledgeable because of that? Because I have a mechanic, and there's other mechanics there, and the one that has the coffee and the cigarettes, I know he's better than the rest of them.
Yes.
I don't know why, what the
Nope.
tie-in is, but I only want to talk to him because I know what he's talking about, and
That
he
person
tells
has
the
seen
story.
something in life.
Yes,
I-
and then
I
he
see.
laughs. He's got the smoker's laugh, and it's like
Yeah.
that's a good mechanic right there.
That's the one.
IT guys are the same way.
Really? That's the
Oh,
one
yeah.
you want, huh? Yeah.
I was a smoker and coffee drinker.
Those are the ones that
That's the
have
way to
seen
go.
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones that people call when the shit hits the fan because
Yeah.
they don't run. They know how to duck.
Yeah.
and then they go fix it.
Yeah, the other ones are like, oh, I just graduated ITT Institute.
I just
I
follow
want the
that
guy
guy.
who's just worked on this shit his whole life. He just knows how
I
shit
follow
works.
that guy or I follow that girl. Yes.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
He can even complain that the new ones are worse. The old ones were better, but he knows how to fix the new ones too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Justine, what's your quick breakfast?
My quick breakfast now, since I don't eat as much bread as I used to.
Okay.
It used to be a bagel and cream cheese.
Okay.
But now, since I stopped eating as much bread,
And as much cream cheese.
it's usually like a Lara bar and a banana.
A Lara bar and a banana.
God.
And a bottle of Coke.
And a bottle of Coke. Of course. There you go. Everything she was doing there got ruined as soon as the Coke got introduced.
Regular Coke or diet?
Regular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
she's
God.
full leaded.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
I'll have 2 number 7s and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff, you asked the question. What's your answer?
Yeah, no real deviations here. Most of my work week breakfasts are quick. I'm kind of a slow mover in the morning, but
weekends is the time for a good breakfast.
Yeah,
that's the time.
So
That's the meal.
Mornings, I'm still a bread eater, so it's either English muffin toasting bread toasted or a bagel toasted. Cream cheese on the bagel, just butter on the toast. Banana, if I've got a few extra seconds, it might be a thing of yogurt.
Right.
But pretty steady.
Yeah.
Pretty
the banana, you famously throw the peel out in the same person's yard every day.
Yeah, it's
It does.
a farm field.
I yeet that out the window. I don't eat the banana.
Same place every day.
Banana.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not their yard. It's just their fee. It's a ditch next to their farm field. So.
Well, they own that, so it's.
I know, but it's worse if I threw it up in their yard.
I thought he was going to say he took it and shoved it up his boss's tailpipe.
Oh gosh,
no.
Not going to fall.
No, he's driving on the way to work. He finishes the banana at the same place every day, so just launches it up.
Some guy slips on it every day.
They're starting to pile up. It's a whole thing. He's
right, there's a stop sign right there. It's the first stop sign I hit on the way to work.
Yeah.
So.
It's
he lives in
biodegradable.
Minnesota. You know from October through May that they're just there preserved. There's the big banana decay that starts in May, late May.
Right.
Everybody
thinks it's a snow pile and it melts and it's just bananas.
Banana bush.
After you retire in Dreezy, what the other person going to do is shaking his rake at you. Where's that son of a bitch?
Right. Yeah. When Jeff retires, it's finally going to disappear. He's probably thinking some sort of alien thing. You know how farmers are? He'll be like, "There's a banana peel here every day." I'm not shitting you. Every day there's a banana peel here.
He's like the guy on Funny.
Going on between 2 family farms, and it's in Dreezy causing it all.
You got any of them crop circles? No, we get the banana peels though.
Banana peels. Show up here.
He's the guy in Funny Farm that drives by Chevy Chase's house all the time. He's always going to chase him down.
Right.
Release the deer.
You don't want to be Jeff's neighbor that lives 1.3 miles from his house because that's how long it takes him.
That's how long it takes him to eat a banana.
So
exactly.
All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to go first. I've got Neeley Sweet Thumped Rye. Sweet Thumped Rye. This is the bootlegger's pick. Not from this year though. I didn't get one this year. I got this last year. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's my back. That wasn't the cork. That was my back. All right. Not great. All right. Let Tim go because then I want to keep my lead for as long as I can. So let's have Tim go next.
Just get me out of the way. I'm going back. I am traveling, so I don't have a lot with me except for my single barrel bourbon of double oaked bourbon from Rush Creek Distillery.
Nothing.
Very well loved.
I've got the lead. Oh, I see a 3-chamber. We'll let Jeff go. He's got a 3-chamber. So.
Yeah, I was wanting to let Steve keep his lead because I've got a twist off of 3-chamber.
3-chamber rye. Yeah, from Leopold Brothers. They sell those. That's a good deal. That you think $50 for 200 mil? Do the math. It's a $200 bottle, and you get 750 milliliters. You buy 4 of those. It's $200. You get 800 milliliters. That's a good deal.
And they travel better in your suitcase when you fly.
Yes,
yes, they do.
Pocket whiskey. What was the deal?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
remember.
Pocket whiskey.
Yeah. APW.
Yeah.
APW.
Man, that's good
Fucking
stuff, though.
joke.
God.
That is good stuff.
Yeah. Ass pocket whiskeys.
No, no Coke Pop, but letting Steve have the lead.
I have the lead. Whew. Has anybody else got a screw top?
No, but I got a well-loved bottle that
All right, let's go with that. We'll have Goeken go next. I'm leading.
I have a Buzzard's Roost Char 1 rye,
Okay.
sister to the toasted bottle.
No, I still have the lead. Justine,
These were
you're
opened
next.
about 5 times this week.
I could be encouraged to talk over somebody's cork pop, Steve.
Justine's got a pretty full bottle there. Please talk over her. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my Neeley. This is one that we got to barrel or bottle from the barrel at Bootlegger Day.
Okay.
I got the Acacia barrel.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
There goes the dream.
I tried.
There goes the dream. Justine has the lead. KK, that's going to be tough to beat, so you better bring your best.
I'm going to open my Becca's blend of the Neeley.
Okay. No, not enough.
No.
Solid. I'm not discounting what she
Well
threw
played.
out there, but Justine clearly had it. So
Justine.
cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to Justine.
Cheers.
Salute.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Three Chambers getting closer. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neeley Family Distillery. Royce Neeley is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neeley Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neeley arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neeley and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neeley Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeeleyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about Neeley Family Distillery getting closer to installing their 3-chamber still.
Yes, we are. So, I saw this week it came out in Quick Bourbon Notes. If you get that publication, the Thumper is in. So that's a component of that. So that's pretty cool.
Not to be confused by Thumper the Distillery Cat.
Yeah,
Right.
I do feel like the only mistake that Royce has made in this whole thing, because it has a nice plate on there that says Thumper, just a little silhouette, of Thumper, or maybe just like a headshot of him on there, and then just say Thumper. I thought that would have been a nice, fun tribute.
That'd be a nice nod.
Yeah, that would have been a cool thing to do. He didn't do that. He just had the traditional copper label on there that says Thumper, that lets you know what piece of equipment it is as you're looking in at this thing. But I think having Thumper on there would have been a cool, fun thing.
There's still time, right?
Maybe, yeah. I'll float that idea by him and see what he says. So I like spending Royce's money.
On the side of the still. He won't notice.
I like spending Royce's money. So hell yeah.
Well, you're getting him back for when he had your he had a subscription password.
Oh yeah. I gave him one of my subscription passwords because I would do the commercial one, of course. He upgraded to the full platinum package on there, so I get my next bill and it's like a commercial free and all this shit. I'm like, what the? I'm not paying for that. So I changed my password and changed it back to watching commercials. Yeah. That's some bitch. You can't be doing that when you get free. Well, you're stuck with whatever they've selected. That's my policy. If they give you your password, they're doing that as a courtesy, and you stick with whatever they do. So yeah. You don't start upgrading shit. Yeah.
Oh, Becca.
So the at the distillery there is a building.
Yes.
Framed.
It's framed
behind the current building.
Correct.
Is that where the 3 chambers going?
That's where the 3 chambers going, and it's going to be. And that it's like if you go there, because they're looking at probably October delivery. So that was scheduled to be over the summer at some point, but Buffalo Trace flooding and all that. They had all their team working on there to get them back up and running, put them behind, and they said it's going to be probably September or October, till it's fully done. So that will stay framed out until the still arrives because they don't want to put that building together and then got to tear it apart. They don't know they know how tall it's supposed to be, but they're going to wait and then install that and then build the rest of the building around it.
Build it around it. Okay.
Yeah, it will be built around when it arrives. So, and it's as simple as can be. So, it is room for the still. It's going to be all windows, so you can see it right from the highway. Right, and Justine, you saw this recently. It's cool, right? It's going to be highly visible, lighted at night with big picture windows on the front,
cool.
Picture windows on the back too. So when you're on a tour, you can look and see it operational. And it's going to be the still, and then a small office. And people are like, "That's a tiny office." Well, it's not an office where someone's going to be doing anything other than running that still. That still, you can't be away from it for more than 15 minutes. It's very inefficient. You got to adjust knobs, levers, dials, buttons, all this kind of stuff. And the idea is the only thing that's going to be in there, there'll be a TV and a desk to sit at, and then a TV where you can watch Netflix because it's boring. You can't leave. You want the story. Someone's like, "Here, help me fill this barrel and roll this," and then next thing you know, you missed something. You can't. Whoever's job it is that day, whether it's Royce or one of his team members, that's it. That's their job to run that still. So. You're a little bit isolated, so that's why he made a small office off there. So yeah.
It'll also include a piss bucket, right?
There would be a piss bucket, yes.
Yeah. So Royce has a policy, or it's a family thing where each of the employees work in the distillery first. They work in every part of the shop. They don't just come. They don't just have people work in the front shop, and they have to work each of the stills. So how many acolytes is he going to have, or how many apprentices is he going to have working that 3 chamber? Because that I think is a big story too. On top of it,
oh yeah,
because you're going to have 2 distilleries in America that have people who know how to run a 3 chamber still. This will be the 3rd in America,
right?
Knowing how to run it, and very, very few people know how to do that. As this probably expands, as more people decide to put one of these stills in, if they have the investment dollars to be able to do it, you got people that are going to have expertise that is starting to expand. I think that's even cooler. It's not just the knowledge not handling just a few people. It's expanding out because this is pre-prohibition type stuff. Inefficient distilling makes a better product.
Right.
And I think you can't get more inefficient than a 3 chamber.
We can all attest to this because we've all had 3 chamber rye from Leopold Brothers. That's a better fucking whiskey. It really is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I had some people tell me they don't like that, and it's just like, well, then we really can't be whiskey friends because I'm telling you, it's one of those lines in the sand. That's great whiskey, and anybody who says it's not just doesn't know.
I can see if it's not necessarily for their palate. I'm not saying that they don't like the whiskey, but it's just like it's off. It's not like I've ever had any other whiskey before. I can't find a lot of similaries in it because it is different.
Right.
Who told you that?
You got to be searching for something different.
After they said it?
Yeah. There's a high profile individual amongst our group that famously does not like 3 chamber rye. Yeah.
We'll kick them out.
I know.
Kick 'em out.
I'm considering it. I'm considering it. Yeah.
It's so complex. I suppose it can be overwhelming, but
Right.
That's where
But
I'm at,
it's
Jeff. I can
interesting
see where
it-
people
Right.
feel it is overwhelming.
What's the tasting notes on that 3-chamber rye? Yes.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
it
they're all
doesn't it doesn't taste like Kentucky bourbon.
No.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
And that's kind of that's one of those things where you get the people that ask you what your favorite is, and when you tell them it's a craft, and they don't like craft because it doesn't taste like Truffalo Brace or Jim Beam or insert other heritage brand.
Heaven, hell, you
But
name it.
yeah, it's because it's not supposed to.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly.
Why would everybody try to make the same damn thing? That's just silly.
Right.
Todd's
Todd's talked about how he's got a lot of heat for that because people will be like, this isn't what whiskey tastes like. He's just like, well, yeah, because I'm not trying to be that. It makes no sense to try to be Jim Beam, when you're not. They've got more money than you do. They have more years doing it. They've got a backlog of whiskey they've already made. You don't want to be Jim Beam. And nothing wrong with Jim Beam, but you don't. If you're starting a distillery, you want to do your own thing. You don't want to be them. So.
The hard part to that is, it doesn't taste like anything out there because this is how whiskey did taste.
Right.
And that's what people don't know. They can't wrap their head around that.
Yeah.
This hasn't been done in over 100 years.
Yeah. 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 It used to be the standard pre-prohibition for the rye to be made on these 3-chamber stills. But, when they're all decommissioned because people weren't making whiskey and people got rid of them, scrapped them, whatever, it didn't come back because it was like, why would I do that? I'll just make it on the other way. And it's, it's a worse product. I don't know. To me, it's akin to thinking that the best hamburger in the world has to be McDonald's because they sell the most hamburgers. No, it's not the best burger in the world.
No.
I get it. They sell the most, but that doesn't mean they're the best or hamburger in the world.
They are very efficient.
Yeah. Yeah.
And efficiency isn't necessarily
Maybe
quality.
not so much anymore.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Not efficient like they used to be. That's for sure. Gosh. Their service is so bad, and it's so damn expensive. This is the great equalizer to me. Why does anybody go to those places anymore? To get just a regular meal with a quarter-pound cheeseburger and it costs you $10, $11, $12, $13. What's the point anymore? I can go sit down and get a burger for that. No
you go to
Chili's
Chili's for your burger. You get your bowl of soup, a salad, or your
those
nachos,
places shouldn't even
your chips
exist
and
in my
salsa and
mind.
Your drink.
No.
They're all the same.
$10.
Chili's and Applebee's, and they're all the same, I think.
I like Chili's. I don't like Applebee's.
I agree with you, Justine. There is a difference. Yes. Yes.
I have no use for
Chili's
those
is up
places
their
at
game.
all.
McNeil will agree with me on this.
I had a Wobrey Farms burger
Uh-huh.
this Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah.
At 859 Taproom?
At 859 Taproom, yes, sir. I had my
best
first
burgers on the planet.
time ever having a breakfast burger. I guess they called it sunrise burger.
with an egg on there?
With the egg on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and
Oh, the egg
Texas
on
toast. Wow.
If that egg is done just perfectly, man.
Yeah, new favorite. It was really good.
Yeah.
Jeff does the best bourbon glazed Brussels sprouts I've ever had in my life.
Jim,
Those
if you-
Brussels sprouts
Goeken.
appetizers are spectacular.
If you don't mind, what does that burger set you back?
I think the burger was
14, 15?
$12, $13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it ends
something
up,
like that.
it
Yeah,
ends
like
up being a wash with
$13.99.
McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ends up being about the same price. And it's
Yeah.
better.
It's just way
Oh.
better. It's got to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't have an 859 tap room near me. That's the problem.
You,
have
where
other
you live, there,
restaurants
Do you
that
have
are
a car?
near you.
there's,
Tim,
yeah.
I mean, you have a car, right?
Yeah. There's got to be more options. I want to go to Tim's Town. There's got to be more options than Chili's there. And clearly there has to be
there
good
is.
local restaurants. Tim doesn't live
There
in
are.
the sticks here. He's a Chicago suburb guy. I mean, there's got to be plenty of stuff.
There are. I got to drive for them. There are. You're right.
I went to some, I don't remember what town it was in. It was somewhere like just north of 80, I guess, or 90. That was a Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives up there for burgers. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really good. Really good burger. You should go there.
There are good burgers out there.
There are.
There are.
The best places
like
to
there's
find
good
them are
three-chamber whiskeys.
hole in the wall Like go to a Harley dealer or someplace like that and ask them like, hey, where do you guys go eat?
Right.
Bikers know where to find the
Bikers
hole
know.
in the walls that got great burgers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the Neeley 3-chamber, he'll be doing a lot of different things on there. So he's going to be trying and experimenting with different things. So that'll be fun. I know he's going to be making some things for our friends like at Dark Arts and stuff like that, where he'll be laying down some whiskey for them on the 3-chamber. So it's going to be fun. And I know he's going to have a big kickoff, and ABV Network Crew Club members will be invited. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah. So it should be a fun event for sure. So
Is he going to
They
do
should bring out the who's who.
yes,
bourbon and rye?
Yeah. I think he's going to do a
Both
little
and-
bit of bourbon on there, but just to see what happens.
But
I mean,
mostly
for the most
rye?
part, mostly rye. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going to try other things too, brandies and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll see. I'm trying to talk him into, because he has access where he can buy Rosen rye. Run some Rosen rye through that thing. No one.
Oh my word!
Yeah, that's not happening yet. So, it might be in Pittsburgh, but nothing's come out yet or anything like that. So, lay down some Rosen rye and see what happens. So, I'd love to see that. So, I think that Rosen rye is a very flavorful grain, and we've tried some stuff with that, and it's very good. So, we'll see what he can do. There you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram at KK
Swyatt on the set.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
All right, Goeken.
I'm on Facebook at Jim Goeken and Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
All right, Justine.
You forgot the 1Z.
Yeah, I switch it up.
Fine.
It's fine.
Z, no less.
It's fine. You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we are doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we're going to have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.